بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the grace of Allah, we began a brief commentary of Quran. We got to chapter Ale-Imran, the third chapter of Quran, which is revealed in Medina. It has 200 verses. Please listen to verse 180. Allah says, وَلَا يَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ يَبْخَلُونَ بِمَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ هُوَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ بَلْ هُوَ شَرٌّ لَهُمْ سَيُطَوَّقُونَ مَا بَخِلُوا بِهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَلِلَّهِ مِيرَاثُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرٌ. And let not those deem who are niggardly in giving away that which Allah has granted them out of His grace, that is good for them. Nay, it is worse for them. They shall have that of which they were niggardly made to cleave to their necks on the resurrection day. And Allah is the heritage of the heavens and the earth, and Allah is aware of what you do. In previous section we talked about this verse that Allah says to the people that those who are stingy and are not ready to spend money in the way of Allah, when Allah orders to spend a portion of your money to others, when a person doesn't listen and is attached to the money, Allah says such a people should not think that it is good for them. It is evil for them. It is bad for them in this world and in the day after. Allah remind us, those who are stingy regarding to the facilities, monies, properties, anything that Allah has given to us, بِمَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ, whatever Allah has given to us because of His grace. Of course, the best example is money, but it's not only money. Any kinds of property. Not only that, sometimes by our knowledge, some people are stingy. They know something, they are not ready to help others. They are not ready to give their time to others. And sometimes it's obligated, like teaching others some issues which is obligated to know. And they question us, they ask us, we must teach them how to pray. Allah says these people who are stingy, and the best example, as I said, is money, property, something which is obligated to give. If a person doesn't give, he should understand that it is evil for himself. And in resurrection day, Allah is going to punish. As we understand from this sentence, when Allah says, سَيُطَوَّقُونَ مَا بَخِلُوا بِهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, Allah is going to put something that people were stingy regarding to that. Allah is going to put them on the neck of these people in resurrection day. Of course, we can say the meaning of that, it means we should answer God and we should accept the consequences of such an activity in resurrection day. But some scholars said no, Allah is going to put the same item on the neck of people in resurrection day. This is the meaning of embodiment deed. And there are some narrations that says in resurrection day Allah is going to put the snake on the neck of such a people. Then Allah says everything belongs to Allah. وَلِلَّهِ مِيرَاثُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. There are a few messages that we can get from this verse. One, Allah invites people to see deeper and deeper, to think more. Don't think that anything they understand with the first guess, this is true. Many times we make a mistake. Allah says, don't think those who gave their life in the way of Allah, they are dead. In verse 169, Allah said, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ قُتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتًا. Don't think, don't suppose that those who have given their life in the way of Allah, they are dead. بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ. Nay, they are alive. This is one place. Allah says, don't think such a thing. It means some people believe in such a thing and it is wrong. Another verse, verse 178, Allah says, وَلَا يَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ خَيْرٌ لَأَنفُسِهِمْ. Those that we granted them the respite, we gave them and granted them money, position, but disbelievers, those who use them in a wrong way, not only disbelievers, even Muslims, if they use them in a wrong way, they should not think that this is good for them. Allah says, أَنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ خَيْرًا لَأَنفُسِهِمْ إِنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ لِيَزْدَادُوا إِثْمًا. No, they commit more sin and it is dangerous for them. In this verse, Allah says, those who are stingy, don't think, they should not think that they have more money, more respect in the society, and they are going to protect their life in future. No. Even their members of the family are going to leave them alone. Even those who are around them, they hate them. Believe me, if we want to be beloved, we should spend money. Give in the way of Allah. Allah should give the dignity and honor and mighty, not ourselves. So from this verse we understood that this is wrong guess, wrong belief. If we think by keeping the money we achieve the dignity and we will be protected in future. Then from this sentence Allah says, بِمَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. Allah says those who are stingy regarding to something that Allah has given to them. So we should understand that we should remember in mind, it is not mine. I didn't make, God gave me. So if God gave me, why I should be stingy? If He wants, He will give me more. And also, Allah says, they should not think that this is good for them. بَلْ هُوَ شَرٌّ لَهُمْ. This is evil for them. Allah wants to say that you want to achieve good and dignity and respect, to be honored and be protected. Do you think you can achieve all by the money that you keep in your hand? No, this is evil. Leave it and give your hand to the hand of God. Allah doesn't want to say, spend all your money. This is wrong. But be as a normal or better than normal. Trust on Allah. Allah gave you more, spend more. Then from this verse, when Allah says, سَيُطَوَّقُونَ مَا بَخِلُوا بِهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. Allah says that Allah is going to put something that people were stingy regarding to that on the neck of people in Resurrection Day. From this verse we understand in Resurrection Day is the time of embodiment of good and bad. Because of that, Allah says, this one that you were stingy regarding to that, Allah will put it in your neck. There are narrations, different narrations, that Allah will put such a thing as a snake on the neck of such a people, and the snake will bite them in Resurrection Day. This narration is brought in Tafsir Nur al-Thaqalain and Coffee, Volume 3, page 502. And also from this verse we understand that we are not free to do whatever we want to with our money. Our money is like trust in our hand. Allah gave us, and Allah said, a portion of that you should use it in such a place. And also when Allah says sayutawwaqun, seen in Arabic literature means very soon. Allah wants to say that the resurrection day is not very late, it's very soon. You think it is very late. And also when Allah says وَلِلَّهِ مِيرَاثُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, and Allah's is the heritage of the heavens and earth. Allah wants to say that if Allah orders you to spend money and criticize you when you are stingy, it doesn't mean that God needs himself. Anything in the earth and heaven belongs to Allah. Allah wants to improve you. And you will not be improved unless you will spend by your hand. You give by your hand. And because of that, when a person will give the money by force, he will not get the reward. If they will give from his money when he is dead, of course, it is not accepted from him as a person who has given by his hand. He should give it. Still, even if they give after he dies from his money, still he has committed sin if he didn't spend something which were obligated. We ask Allah to help us to be generous and in such a way to be beloved of Allah and the Prophet and believers. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.